Okay, and it seems like the cautionary tale of the day before and company behind it, s.t.a.l.k.e.r, has now finally come to an end. So what actually happened, and did you miss anything? We're going to dive into absolutely everything now around the biggest scam within gaming history, the day before, and two brothers which made it all happen. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, check out our sponsor, Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. My favorite flavor is cherry vanilla, but you guys can catch an array of flavors via the link in the description. Make sure you use code CLOUD at checkout. And with that being said, let's dive on into it. So let's unravel the convoluted journey of the day before. Originally slated for a June 2022 release, the first hiccup emerged when the developers announced a shift to Unreal Engine 5 to enhance gameplay, warranting a delay for a more comprehensive gaming experience. And this strategic decision was met with anticipation from fans eager to witness the improvements this advanced engine promised. However, the game faced yet another setback in January 2023 due to its unexpected trademark issue, resulting in its removal from Steam. Remarkably, the trademark was alleged held by a calendar app maker, sparking skepticism about the game's existence. The developers, in response, had initially pledged to showcase raw gameplay before the trademark dispute surfaced. Now, instead, they released an enigmatic statement, humorously referring to themselves as 90s action movie stars and declaring a planned reveal of November 10th, 2023. As the anticipated date approached, s.t.a.l.k.e.r, known for doubling down on release dates, eventually disclosed a further delay in a statement on November 1st, pushing the launch to December 7th, 2023. Simultaneously, though, they announced the absence of pre-orders and set the early access price of $40, rising to $50 upon full release. Questions also arose regarding gameplay trailers bearing striking resemblances to videos for popular titles such as Call of Duty and The Last of Us. s.t.a.l.k.e.r responded with a statement lamenting the era of disinformation and vowing to address this issue post the day before release to avid novice developers in handling misinformation. Fast forward to the Monday after the day before's release, though, and the narrative took an unexpected and dramatic turn. s.t.a.l.k.e.r declared the game a financial failure upon movement, prompting the immediate closure of the entire studio after the entirety of the general public just absolutely bashed the game into next week using social media platforms and or otherwise via the Steam game rating platform that would essentially pushed the game to overwhelmingly negative review point. This was absolutely huge, as we managed to find that the overall game movement inside of this and how many people actually had done it was at 22.2 thousand reviews on this game, of which 15% of them were positive. That is leading to question if you actually go on to the overwhelmingly negative reviews and check out the 15% of positive. The only thing that they state is positive about it was that they initially were allowed a refund from it, and that's why they pressed the thumbs up instead of the thumbs down and reviewed it as positive. So even the positive was actually negative. Now, as far as the financial failure of the company and them closing the entire studio, though, this announcement triggered a mix of general astonishment and accusations of a potential cash grab, fueled by the rapid influx of millions from the $40 game release on Steam. Now, the aftermath unfolded quite swiftly, with the Fantastic website vanishing, replaced only by a stark studio closure message, and the day before's YouTube channel underwent a thorough purge, erasing all videos, including the misleading trailers. The day before, Discord, once buzzing the activity, was mostly silent, with only a few channels remaining for distraught players. Amidst the chaos, though, doubts about s.t.a.l.k.e.r.'s financial dealings surfaced. Clarifications from the remaining Twitter account hinted at a delay revenue transfer from Steam, challenging accusations of monetary mismanagement. s.t.a.l.k.e.r.'s offer to refund echoed Steam's existing policy already in place prior to the studio's shutdown. The possibility possibility of Fantastic recouping any profits now appears bleak, with potential deep indebtedness attributed to the game's development and marketing. So do not panic, you can get your refund. Although around 100,000 people did not refund the game, it's not likely that Fantastic will see absolutely any of it, which warms my cockles to say the least. Now, publisher Mytona, a lesser known entity supporting Fantastic and The Day Before, issued an apology, offered refunds, and vaguely addressed the failure of the game. However, with the game no longer available on Steam and server stability hanging by a thread, questions arise regarding what future, if any, remains for The Day Before. In a particular finale, though, Fantastic responded to a barrage of criticism with a somewhat resigned tone, acknowledging this was our first big experience. Shit happens. Now, that does lead to question as to whether they are going to move forward inside of a different company, as they have now changed the overall company naming to 8 Points as an initial rebrand to a name that they once held way back when. Now, the problem with this statement itself is that it actually holds a "this was our first big experience," which would lead to question as to whether they were aiming for yet another one after the massive failure that happened with The Day Before. All of online socials have kind of gone to a bit of a stagnant black screen of absolute nothingness, and the tumultuous saga of The Day Before stands as a stark lesson, a cautionary tale for both gaming enthusiasts and developers alike, undergoing the unpredictable nature of the industry and the myriad challenges that can derail even the most anticipated projects like The Day Before. I feel like this game has definitely given us all a bit of a pre-warning, and it does seem to have died down now, with no more to experience, at least from The Day Before, and maybe not from the brothers behind Fantastic. We know full well that they have had a bit of a weird lesson movement when it comes to this game, and the way that they actually developed it inside of a virtual office space in Singapore would lead to question their morals as an overall. As far as the game development, I will be keeping an eye on 8 Points, and any movement inside of that company you know full well will be hitting the channel. But for me, I think that this leads to a massive open point. You are never going to see these brothers move publicly ever again. It's likely that they will probably go underneath the radar, and if they are still in the gaming development nature and in the industry in any way, shape or form, nobody's going to touch them with a damn barge pole. And even if they have got the funds to do so, then you may find that we'll never really know what games they have their fingers in. This is a massive part of gaming history, and something that will go down for a very long time. And you guys here were at the forefront of it. Never forget it, and always remember, for any more gaming news and or dramas, make sure you stay tuned to the channel with a beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribing with post notifications turned on to make sure you keep up to date with everything inside of the gaming industry. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.